All I do is punt.
Best offensive player and their best defensive player.
Welcome to the Outback to Endzone podcast. Intern Aidan, big weekend on the sauce. Couple of dusty boys here in Ballarat. How are you going over there, Jamo?
I'm good as gold, mate. Got me 8 hours sleep. It was a bit of entertainment there watching you guys carry on there for a bit, but no, I'm good as gold. I got a good little chuckle out of watching Aidan carry on after his gig. But well done, mate. How'd you feel you went?
No, thank you, mate. No, it was good. It was good fun. Had a lot of friends and family and support there, so no, I had a great time, mate. And as long as everyone else had a good time, then we've done well.
Is the rumour true that the pub ran out of Guinness?
The boys drank the boozer out of creamy pints. The Irish pub couldn't keep up to the demands of the fellas there. So yes, no, that is true.
It's funny. Well done, boys. Good effort.
I ventured in there for a couple of hours, saw him do some of your best work. You reined me in. He got a guest to help him with the rein me in, Sam Fender and Olivia Dean. That was my favourite. Absolutely nailed it. You and Amy Pertel did a great job there. The beers seem to be flowing. I didn't hear any cold chisel at the end of it until after hours. Why was that?
Nah, well, as I said, we keep the Barnsey for special occasions. It's for Outback to Endzone trips only, or if you've pumped enough grog into me. So by about 9 o'clock, I'd sampled a few, and I was happy to give the people what they wanted.
It was, you did an awesome job for your first gig. I know your mate, but I said to him mid-gig, he did a fucking good job. So
thanks, mate.
First
Appreciate
of
it.
many, I think, for the intern. If you need a little someone on the axe and the vocals, hit him up in the DMs.
Yeah.
A wedding singer.
Get paid in Guinness. But that being said, I think I'm pretty keen to stay away from the stuff for a little bit. Once I finished up, I got a little bit carried away, and I think I rolled in her last night at about 12 a.m. or something like that on a Sunday's not ideal, not on a school night, but yeah, no, it was a good night, and something I'm very happy with.
Yeah, well, we normally greet with a beer, but after your performance yesterday, and I was a very hungover boy after Saturday night. I had the first real sort of blowout since the US Super Bowl trip.
Yeah.
Things just got to be carried away at our footy ball. It was a cracking night and good fun had by all, but yeah. We'll have a night off the beers, I think, Jamo.
I think it's wise.
Night off, yeah. Fair enough, mate. Well earned one, I reckon. I'll tell you what, my Sunday night was a little bit different. I was just parked there watching me dream team come home. Oh, boy. Jeez, we're flying, the better homes and gardens.
Who's going better? The better home and gardens or the Weegs?
Go, you big birds.
Pretty sure that we're higher on the overall rank of AFL Fantasy than what the Weegs are on the ladder. So,
where are you ranked overall at the moment?
15th, mate. In the world.
15th overall.
If that was for the week, sorry.
Oh.
Well, let's get into first down then. You're eager to talk about it.
Yeah, you might as well give it to us.
What do you got for first down?
Unbelievable! Oh, wow! Incredible! First down.
I like it.
Thanks, mate. It only took me 2 hours just to make that one, but first down for the week. Giving it to myself. Unbelievable performance from Better Homes and Gardens. 2 weeks ago, we were an absolute rabble of a squad. I was looking a few of me players in the eye, and I was saying, "Is this what we've come to? The 2017th, 45th overall. Is this what we've come to? Is this what we are?" And I was beginning to think maybe it was time to hang them up. But the boys, unlike Michael Voss and the Bluesmen, they've given me a second life, a second wind. We've come from 12,367th 2 weeks ago, and we're currently sitting 765th. So the Toyota Tundra, watch out, you may as well give me the keys now at this point, because I'm driving the thing home. I'm driving the whole package home. We're going to the granny. It's locked. I'm coming in hot.
That is a big surge in a couple of weeks. That is really good going.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, pretty happy with myself if you happen. if you could yourself.
The whole of the Outback to Endzone business is really hoping you get the Tundra too, because I think we might donate it straight back to Toyota just as a joint venture and business decision, and that can sort of go on to the Outback to Endzone account.
Look, I'm all for it, mate. I don't really need a second car. May as well, send it back to Toyota. They can send us the cash, and the next few trips will be on us, I reckon.
If if you get on and support and give Jamo some good fantasy tips, and we do win the Tundra,
Don't need him.
We might be able to shout a trip in the future.
Well, you can hold me to that. There will be a few free trip giveaways if we bring the Tundra home. I can guarantee the Outback to Endzone community. You can hold me to that. We'll be giving away a few trips on my fantasy team. Thank you, Bailey J. Williams. God bless ya.
And what in the world? Second down.
Rightio, we're moving on to second down, and this week, our biggest loser of the week is Adam's dreadful Dogs.
How do you lose to Carlton?
How do you lose to Carlton? You took the words right out of my mouth. I don't know. Part of me had a feeling. I was like, maybe the Carlton win this. Like, the teams do this when they get the coach sacked. But you couldn't possibly tip them. But my God, one, it was a fucking awful game of football. What a pathetic game of football.
Glad I didn't watch a second of it.
And, secondly, how on earth have the Dogs lost that? You guys are meant to be, you're bolting for finals, premierships getting thrown around. No, you fucking aren't. Not getting beat by that rabble.
They've won 2 games. The only team they've beaten is Richmond, and we lose to them. What we're going on this, why does every team look at the fixture before they sack a coach and go, oh, we'll play Bulldogs next week? So, sack the coach, play the Bulldogs, then they beat the Bulldogs. In the last 5 times, people have sacked their coach, they've played the Bulldogs the next week, and they've won. Oh, Tim English is the most important player in the AFL. Without him, we cannot win. I reckon I could go into the mid-season draft and get signed as a ruckman.
You're fucking big enough and dumb enough, so
hang on. Tim English is the most important player in the AFL.
He is. We haven't won a game without him.
Jake Waterman, mate.
Oh, fucking hell. Some of the rot that is coming out of our mouth about our own teams, that might be the worst. He's not the most... Yeah, anyway. We'll let you slide because I'd be pretty upset too after that.
He's important because we do not have another option. He's the only ruckman. Lewis Emmett and Rory Lobb, who rucked on the weekend. Lewis Emmett is like 200 centimetres and would weigh 13 kilograms. He is a stick. It is actually unfair to put Lewis Emmett out there against grown men. Give him a few years. I'm not ending his career or anything, but he needs a few years in the system. But how can you be so inept and not have a backup plan for Tim English? Our season's fucked. We've lost to Carlton. I owe a bloke a slab from the weekend. Let's have a slab of beer on it. That's the easiest slab of the year. You just got to beat Carlton.
Yeah, no, and you didn't.
Yeah.
So that is why the Dogs are the biggest loser of the week. Bad luck, buddy.
Losers.
Let's have third down.
Pressure and taken down. Third down.
I'm running with the Bombers this week and Brad Scott because they are a shit football team. And what are they doing? Are you planning for the future? Are you planning for right now? You're not doing either right now. They should have taken the picks for Zach Merritt. He's going to end up walking out for a whole lot less at the end of this year. What a terrible team. I feel so bad for Nate Caddy. If I was Nate Caddy, I'm finding any way to get out of that fucking hole because he's the only sort of player that is young and has promise there. And if he's looking at another 10 years, 12 years playing for that team, can you imagine just how sad that would be? They're not going to play finals in the next 5 years. Easily. And probably not the 5 years after that. And I hope they never fucking play finals again. Embarrassment, send them to the VFL. Honestly, just replace them with Tassie at this point because, yeah, unfortunately, I don't really think it's Brad Scott's fault. I don't think he's a terrible coach. I don't think he's a great coach. But the list that he's coaching there is just disgusting. I'm just going to run through some of these names for you. Blokes that should have retired a long time ago. Jade Gresham. How is Jade Gresham still in the AFL? Hang him up, Jade. Come on, Jade. It's time to move on to a different pasture, and it's not the AFL, son. Yeah, they're horrible. They suck. Blow up the whole joint. I'm done. You
like going for guys' jobs, and you've picked the two as lower hanging fruit. You're not going to get any arguments when it comes to abusing Essendon, though. I think Essendon's biggest hater, and the only thing that cheers me up about the Dogs losing is the fact that Essendon got pumped as well, so that half makes it better. How did they beat Melbourne? Melbourne are good.
Yeah, what are they, 7-3?
They lost to Essendon. Essendon shouldn't have won a game all year.
No. I'm sitting here now. I've got the Blues and Essendon ticked in as the Eagles' next 2 wins, so I'm keen for them.
You mean charge for the top 10?
Wild card round.
But seriously, you're spot on, Jamie, with their list. It is full of list cloggers and all their top... Remember that year they had 3 top 10 picks? It was Zach Reid, Archie Perkins and Nick Cox. Not one of them have hit. You cannot have 3...
They can't draft.
...in one draft and not hit on one of them.
Zach Reid, I'll give a little bit of credit. He's been pretty injury-prone. But yeah.
They suck.
Adrian
Dodoro had a job for 20 years and was incompetent at his job, yet always kept his job, and he has put that club so far behind, it's not even funny. And people at Essendon used to defend him. Oh, he strikes a hard bargain. As you just said, I know it wasn't Dodoro's doing, but they haven't had a deal now with Zach Merritt, who... What more could have he done for that football club? They'll lose him for maybe 1 first-round pick next year, and they could have had, what was it, 2 or 3?
2 or 3.
They're a rabble.
So bad. To listen to some of these stats from Lockie Blackiston finished with 3 disposals. Archer May finished with 7. Nick Cox finished with 7. Jaden Ewan had 12. Mason Redmond finished with 11 disposals. That is disgusting. Archer Daywicks 13. Zach Reid 11. This is just beyond a joke.
Sounds like a team
so
that's
shit.
putting their hand on the footy.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there.
Righto, 4th down. I'm going to a local footy league. A guy I worked on a job site with who is a brilliant man, but Brett Bewley, who plays footy for Darley, they actually had their first loss of the year, and we haven't got Bewley's stats this week, but let's just run through Brett Bewley's start to the season in local footy. Round 1, 37 touches. Round 2, lowest disposal game of the year, 36. Round 3, 48. Round 4, 52. Round 5, 47. That is an average of 44 touches a game. In the best team in the BFL, the Darley Devils, reigning premiers. He played at Freo for a few years, but he's a local to Darley. Played a lot of footy in the VFL too, but to put up these numbers in the BFL, which is a good league, great comp, it is incredible. So the 4th down highlight of the week is just giving some flowers to Brett Bewley, because that is insane.
Brett, through 5 rounds, has had more touches than I'll have for the year. Maybe the next 2 years.
He's come off 48, 52, 47, his last 3 touches.
And that 47, he kicked 5 into.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's absurd. It's genuine video game-like numbers.
This is Tom Mitchell sort of numbers right there. He's just racking.
It is actually insane how many... It would take me a month to have 52 touches. It's not even... Like it would.
It'd take me a fucking season the way I'm going.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm on track. Maybe not even a career the way I'm going at the moment. God.
So, yeah, Brett Bewley...
On your brother.
He deserves his flowers, and, yeah, worked on a job site with him a few years ago, and he was a ripping fellow. I love him in the green and gold because, fuck, imagine having 52 touches. I don't even know what that would feel like.
Fucking.
What would it be? You know how the coaches say, like, oh, you only get the ball in your hands for a certain amount of time? He gets it in his hands for the whole fucking game.
It's in his hands more time than it's not.
It's one of those footies, you just kick it and it comes back to you with the elastic on the end of it. He's using one of them, man. That's unbelievable.
Righto, moving on. We're going to go to our next segment, the O2E Trips Tuesday Trip Chat Tales.
That accent is going to get you... Can I say it on...
Yeah, we'll be at the game.
It's going to get you a lot of...
Nice. So I've got the trip tail this week, and I'm going to take us back to when we were over in San Francisco, the Bay Area, for the Super Bowl. It was one of the nights where Adam and JMO, they had a bit of content editing to do, sort of said, no, we're probably going to have a quiet night and catch up on a few Z's, had a big meeting the next day. So me, Bronco Ben, and the big Dick Tickler, we decided we'd make our way over to nearby San Jose on the train, about an hour away, and would go watch some minor league hockey. So we went over there, watched the San Jose Barracudas, which was a great time in itself. Good to watch and whatever, a few beers.
Hang on, Jersey.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The big tickler, he's walked in and I said, if they've got like a San Jose Barracudas like jersey, depending on what it's like, if it's cheap enough, I'll buy one. I thought, two's hockey, sure, it's cheap. The logo was cool. I was like, I'll buy it for tonight, whatever. It's like $130, $140 US, so it translates to about 300 and something.
Maybe not that much. Maybe like $250.
Oh, $250 Oz anyway. And
for a minor league hockey jersey.
A VFL edition jersey, yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck, not for that much. And the big tickler, he got a bit caught up in the moment. He goes, I'm going to buy it. So he buys this jersey. We sit down and we're sitting there, and then he checks his bank and he realises 250 or whatever's come out of his account Australian. And he goes, fuck, I don't think I can have this. So he's gone and taken it back. He's had the jersey on for the best part of 2.5 minutes, I reckon. From the moment he tapped his card, sat in his seat, and put it on, and then he went, nah, fuck, and he went and returned it, and ended up walking away with a beanie and a stubby holder, I think. So we should have put the tickler as our biggest loser for the week, because that was shit house. But
imagine going to a sporting game and going, oh yeah, I'm going to get a jersey, and then, oh yeah, it's a bit expensive, but nah, fuck it, and then going, putting it on, going to your seat, and going, oh, hang on.
Why have I bought this?
Why have I bought this?
Oh, and it was a real kerfuffle too, I think, when he returned it, because they were struggling to do the process and shit, the returns, and I think the girl behind the desk was frazzled. She's like, this big motherfucker was in here 36 seconds ago buying this jersey and he's returning it. Oh, but anyway, so from there, once the hockey finished up, great game, the Cooters got up, so we were happy. And then we were going to get an Uber, and we're sort of sitting there, and the Uber said that if we waited 20 minutes or something along those lines, the fare come down like $15. So, like, in the sake of USD, we're like, well, we'll wait, save ourselves a buck or whatever.
Nowhere to be.
Yeah. And I found there was a bar just around the corner, so we walked there, and it's what they call a dive bar over in the States, which what we call here is a fucking shithole. So it's just like as rough a boozer as you'll ever walk into. And we walk in, there would have been 25 people in there, maybe 20, maybe at max. And as soon as we've walked in, the heads are on hinges. They've snapped their heads to the door and looked at us. And they didn't look overly happy to see us there. And I just went, nah, fuck it, we'll perch up and have a beer. So we sat down, had a few beers, started talking, and they warmed up to us pretty quick. Turns out the reason they were so frosty when we walked in, they thought we were part of, like, immigration services. And because, like, San Jose's got a massive, like, Hispanic community, so they all thought, like, these blokes are going to fucking deport us. So once we smoothed over that, it was all good. There's a bit of karaoke going on.
Just a couple of Aussie fellas just coming for a beer.
And so once we got through that, we got up and we were doing a bit of karaoke. That's where the Jimmy Barnes thing comes into play and whatever. And anyway, so the boys are up having a sing and a dance, and the locals are loving it, getting around us, buying us beers. We pay our tab at the end of the night for 3 blokes, and we were legless. I'm talking paralytic drunk.
Can confirm, because they rolled into where we were staying at.
Oh, fuck me, dead.
The biggest ruckus I've ever heard. Jamie was frosty as all hell. Can you just shut the fuck up?
I think to which I responded from the top bunk, oh, fuck up, idiot. But no, so they loved us. And then we paid our tab. $56 our tab was.
For 3 of you.
For 3 of us for about 3 hours worth of grog, and we were fucked. Like, these locals are buying us shots and beer, and the bartender's pouring us drinks, making them strong, whatever. And so she's getting towards the end of the night, she's closing up, she goes, guys, I'm sort of kicking everyone out now and whatever. This is, I don't know, about 1 a.m, I reckon. And Benny's off talking to this fella named Ray. He goes, boys, we're going to Ray's house. Ray lives 500 metres away. So I go, we'll walk around to Ray's and have a beer with him.
How old is Ray?
Ray was 86. So Ray's been at the boozer all day.
So your kick-ons, you go into an 86-year-old
86-year-old's house. And so we get in there and he's got some beers. I think we drank him out of grog once we got to his house. So.
Sorry to cut you off again. On a weeknight, correct?
Yeah, it was school night. It was school night. We went back to his joint, had a few cans there, got his little radio out, and we were playing some tunes and having a grand old time. And then Ray sort of disappeared and he rolled back out and he's ripping one of the biggest bongs I've ever seen in my life. Ray is just sitting there, stops and he goes, anybody else want to hit? And we're sitting there like, what the fuck? I was like, no, I'm all good, thanks, Ray. Cheers, thanks, but no thanks. And the other boy's like, yeah, no, Big Tick was catching Z's on the couch next to me. Me and Ben go, yeah, no, we're all good for bongs tonight, Ray. And Ray had told us that he'd been smoking weed ever since he was 21. He had his first ever joint on the couch that we were sitting in his like freshman year of college. He'd been in that house since then or whatever. And he goes, yep, smoked weed ever since then. And he would have had 4 or 5 cones in the couple of hours that we were there. And then we got our taxi at about 4:30 in the morning or whatever, 4 o'clock, and rolled back home. Woke up the next morning, and I think the first words out of Ben's mouth when he woke up was, what the fuck happened last night? So
a real hangover sort of setup.
it went from just going to the hockey and whatever to ending up at 86-year-old Ray's house watching him rip cones in his living room. But no, it was great fun, and I'd highly recommend. And I've got his address in my phone saved. So if we go back next year, I am making a beeline for Ray's house.
Ray might not be here.
No, mate.
He looked 60. Like, he looked as good a nick as you'll see for 86. I reckon he's onto something with the hongers. I reckon if you want to keep yourself in good nick, start smoking rid of the devil's lettuce. Something like I will never forget.
Fuck, that story gets me every time. It's so good. Oh, and let us know in the comments if you want Ray's address. We'll pop it in there for you if you're heading to San Jose. And also, would you return a Twos hockey jersey? Let us know.
Yeah, would you buy a jersey, wear it for 2 minutes and 32 seconds and return it, or would you just cop the loss?
Or not buy it at all.
Probably just go 250 Australian dollars. Probably just going to say no. If it had been 50 US, I would have went, yeah, fuck it, I'll get one for the sake of it. But,
And anyone, for people that do want to know, Big Tickler, who we're referring to, is Big Jakey DeVere. Watch this guy on Instagram. He has an unbelievable gullet, and he just straight down the hole.
Yeah, but he can seriously,
Very impressive
shift
stuff.
some piss, yeah.
He's been
You
doing.
don't want to
good
be a
job.
beer around him. You
Yeah,
don't want to be.
do not want to be a beer.
Oh, God. Fully deleted.
Quite the party trick, Big Jakey boy.
Yeah, his other party trick as well, getting choked out. That's his other one.
Yeah.
I'm
Escaping
still, I can't have
chokeholds.
that one.
I'm all for like promoting yourself, but Big Tick, brain injuries.
I'll say it for
concussion
you.
is-
You haven't got enough brain cells left for this, you big dumb prick. So just cool it with getting choked out, I reckon.
Oh, the views aren't worth it, Big Jakey boy.
Views aren't worth it if you can't talk in 2 years' time.
We might have another Bobby Flanders.
Now a chance. Tui has just been fantastic. That one not so good. He just pushed off the ball.
I like these stingers, Jamo. You've come up clutch. Tui's top 5, and we've got a unique angle this week, and it's our first sort of, I guess, moment at looking into our next podcast. Wednesday night, we are joined by a very special guest, the Wiz Capper. So this week's top 5, we have top 5 Capper moments. The Wizard, one of our viral moments at the Super Bowl trip, the big intern.
What an hour. My.
The intern getting on my shoulders, followed by me going, Yappa! Then the cappuccino got in touch and said, how can I get on the podcast? So we're looking forward to talking the great man through what is the mark of this millennium.
Yeah. I'm pretty keen to shoot the shit with him. It'll be a very interesting chat. He's a unique individual calling the Wiz. So looking forward to having him on.
So this week's top 5 is just Warwick related. We love Warwick Capper. So number 5, Warwick Capper starred in I Only Take What's Mine, a video clip. He was that big of a deal in the 80s. He was the star headline of a music song.
I haven't listened to the song. I've only sort of seen the video clip, and that's the only reference of the song I've got. I can see why they got him, because he's a good-looking rooster, and in the video he's surrounded by all these beautiful women, and I went, well, if you're going to get a man to do it, it might as well be the Wiz.
The Wiz, you just need to ask the Wiz on Wednesday night if
he's a good-looking rooster.
I
Yeah.
think he'll tell you he is.
Maybe that's
I'll
what
let you know.
I should make a song, release my first single, and get Wiz to remake it as the video clip.
I'll tell you what, when I was putting together Intern's post and that Kappa song came up, it got a good run in me Spotify there for a couple of weeks. I'm going to be honest with you. I was actually quite enjoying it. I was walking around fucking humming it in my head. It was great.
Oh, shit. Yeah, well, that'll definitely get a question Wednesday night. Number 4, becoming the owner of Westminster Secrets. Only the Kappa could be the owner of this adult shop.
Adult establishment, entertainment establishment.
How do we want to put it? But
strippers.
if you're going to get someone to advertise and be the face of a franchise, the face of a strip joint,
The Wiz.
the Wiz is the one.
There was one that he put up when he first started it and whatever, and they were going to have the Westminster Secrets like members sausage sizzle like barbecue. It doesn't get more Australian than that, does it? Snags and tits. A sausage sizzle and strippers. And a Wiz. Beautiful. They're bringing tear to your eyes. Beautiful stuff, that.
Well, this goes into number 3. You've hit me the beautiful a little
Teed it
way
up
up there.
for you.
Teed it up for me. Teed it high. I'll let it fly. He started a business called Capper's Well-Hung Meats. A butchery called Capper's Well-Hung Meats. And the Wiz, well, again, we probably will find out first if he would like to have a cook off. That seems to be all sort of...
Cockles to your as well.
Pick your battles. Pick your battles, Intern.
Imagine being that. Imagine going, I'm going to start a butcher and call it Capper's
Well-hung meats.
Oh, the next one might fire you up a bit, Jamo. He kicked 100 goals, which, to be honest, I didn't know Capper kicked 100 goals. He kicked 92 and then 103.
Gets lost a little bit that the Wiz was a seriously good footballer.
In a pretty average team. The year that he did kick 100, they made the finals. They got pummeled in the first week. But he did kick 100 goals. And post kicking 100 goals, they didn't storm the field. It was a final in Melbourne and no one stormed the field. And then the Wiz wasn't happy about it. And he said, well, Buddy Franklin got people to storm the field for his 100 goals. Buddy's a poor man wizard. Poor man's Warwick Capper.
Buddy's the poor man's Wiz.
What are your thoughts on that, Jamo?
Oh, I haven't seen Buddy take hangers like the Wiz, so I'm Team Wiz here.
Probably the one thing that the Budwad didn't really do was take big hangers. Really, he did it all, but...
And the number 1 is just what the man is known for, what the wizard does, his best work, and it is the endless hangers. I was going to do a top 5 hangers, but I thought it doesn't really make for an audio podcast
and
if
there's
people want to
too
listen.
many to choose from.
Yeah, people want to listen on Spotify. So when we do it on the carousel and Instagram, we'll chuck up a few of the wizard's best hangers. I think he said he took 21 of the mark of the millenniums over the 80s. So the wizard was known for sitting on shoulders. Let us know in the comments which hanger is better, one of the wizards or the interns.
Turn. Get him a turn. Oh, fuck the snapper. It was his fault.
Welcome to the Intern Files with the Intern.
Any danger hit me between the nipples, mate. Nice work, Chamo. Nice work. So, the interesting stat for this week, Brett Favre's first ever career completion was to himself. So he's dropped back in the pocket, gone to throw, tipped on the line, bobbled up, caught his own ball for a loss of 7 yards. So one of the greatest arm talents that the game has ever seen's first ever completion was to himself for negative yards.
Brett Favre's known for being pretty self-indulgent too.
Yeah.
He loves himself that much that he threw it to himself for his first completion.
Which is, I find it so hard to believe because in regards of a bloke with such like a strong arm that Favre had, to not get it over the line, to get it tipped and have to go and get his own ball. I found that one quite interesting when I was doing my research. So there's one for you today.
Intern's Files. Well, that was why, if you listened to Gartner's guesswork last week, remember we had that in the thing, and I said, I know Brett Favre's done it. I didn't realise it was his first career. Completion.
Yeah. And just want to touch on something as well before we get into our next segment. Jamie's guarantees, Garts' guarantees that we went through. I'd just like to recap for all of those who are out there listening and followed along. So we had Latrell Pickett, he didn't kick a goal. Artie Jones, he didn't kick a goal. Who else do we have? Liam Henry, guess what? He didn't kick a goal either. And then we needed Charlie Kerner to kick 2. He only kicked 1. And then his 2 blokes from the Suns.
No, he wasn't in there. Whoa, hold up. Intern.
So the only reason if you got
no,
shut up. You wait your turn.
Get your
If
fucking
you got on
facts right.
Garts'
Get your fucking
guarantee,
facts
the
right.
only guarantee was you got your money back.
Charlie
And 2
Kerner.
blokes didn't even fucking play.
You're making shit up there, Intern. Charlie Kerner was not in the multi at all, mate. Come on. If you've got that Tuesday stuff, get your fucking facts right. No, Charlie Cameron, and he banged 2 home, mate. He banged 2 home, and my fucking word did they sing Country Road, take me home, mate. Fucking Jesus.
Oh, sorry, I've got that one wrong.
Yes.
So, but you still missed by what, 3 blokes or 4? How many legs do we miss by?
Jason Horn-Francis, who he subbed in, kicked 1 point, and I've never seen a bloke cheer home a point more in my life.
Oh, he was fucking 30 metres out as well, running into open goal. That's not my fault. That's fucking his fault.
Did you at least get your bet voided? Did you get your money back because the 2, Mara and Ben Long, didn't play?
Well, no. So
No, because 7 other legs lost. So
So Garts Guesswork,
Garts'
guarantee is off to a
ripping. He's swinging for the fences anyway, the big fella.
we'll be back this week. I'll put in a bit more. I'll take all feedback in there.
That's it, mate. I'm just putting a rocket up you, so that way you find your best. You give our listeners something to go after because it wasn't your best this weekend, but we'll bounce back, mate. I back you.
No, thank you, mate. I needed that. I'm more of I respond to love, not hate. So that's how you get the best out of me, Intern. I'm back now. I'm back. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
I know he's your captain, but you can't seriously lock him to play.
You talk the whole bit. It works, huh? At least I'm consistent.
The Sunday Sledge, and well, I'm not going to lie. I've got to break something to you. I've got sledged by someone who listens to the program.
Bullshit.
I haven't told either of you two yet. So, lining up for me first set shot in the first quarter, I've left. This is just a podcast exclusive too. Lining up for a setty, and the guy on the mark goes, "Hey mate, you're wearing a long sleeve." He's pulled the long sleeve.
He's pulled it out. Bullshit. Oh, so we've got a listener that's jumped on the back of one. Nice.
So then I've gone in and I've kicked it, and he's fucking got a finger touch to it. Went straight through the middle. I kicked it into the man on the mark. And then last quarter, when I sort of got my tail up, which the Sunday Sledge we'll get to in a sec, but I was on a bit of a roller there, and I've lined up for a steady, and he's gone with it again. One of my very good mates and a great human, Ethan Crackers. Crackers is a guy who I'm not sure has ever used social media in his whole entire life. He is just an operator that it doesn't interest me. Very good guy, loves his golf, loves his football too. We talk a lot of football, but not interested in social media. And old mate gives the, "Oi mate, you're wearing a long sleeve," and Crackers goes, "What the fuck is that, mate?" He goes, "That is the worst sledge I've ever heard." And then the guy goes back to him, "Don't you listen to Outback to Endzone?" And Crackers goes, "What the fuck's Outback to Endzone?"
So you got Sledge by your own teammate as well.
Teammate. And then old mate, so they're having this conversation while I'm trying to come in for a set shot. And then old mate goes, your teammates don't even listen to you. Mid set shot, I've gone, at least you do, mate. Proceeded to miss the set shot.
Top of ball drop, at least you do. That is a man that's rattled you.
Oh, but we copped.
Come on, Cracknell.
We copped the. You wear long sleeves.
You're wearing a long sleeve.
There was 2 or 3 other teammates that were like, "What the fuck did he just say?" Props to. I'm not sure the guy's name. I should have figured it out. He probably took the chockies on me in the end, but yeah. Thanks for listening to the program, mate.
I was about to say, we can play him again next time. He's got another one lined up for you, so maybe he'll triple down on it.
But the one we posted, so again, just rehashing it. Old mate, there's a bit more to it too that I wanted to elaborate a little bit on in here. But do you know when you have a day where you just... I was getting scragged and howled, and delivery wasn't great, and we should have really pumped Creswick.
Welcome to Two's footy. Getting scragged and not getting free kicks. Poor delivery.
It was...
seconds football, mate. It's more than Jamie's livelihood.
Well, it was what I was copping, and it got to like the last quarter, and they got reasonably close, closer than they should have been, and they started to really get their tails up. And this guy, he had one tattoo, like reasonably big one there, one tattoo on his arm, and he's just hit me with you are the most overrated C in the league, Tui. You haven't had a kick all day. It's a sledge that I've copped hundreds of times, and I find it funny when people sledge that because they say your name when you have absolutely no idea what their name is. So it doesn't really make sense, but it sort of fired me up a bit because I think I kicked 3 goals, 2 in the next 10 minutes, and sort of every time I kicked a goal or had a shot, I made sure the guy in an extremely heavy number knew. And then, finished off, mate. You better rock up at 11 o'clock next week because there is no chance you'll be playing Sunday. Your game will be starting at 12:45. So, he was a bit chirpy, but then, when we piled on 10 goals in 10 minutes, he was pretty sort of quiet. But we've had a voice memo from a listener, and you two haven't heard it. A friend of the program, I'll let him do his introduction, but has called in with his favourite Sunday Sledge. So let's take a listen and react.
G'day, Outback to Endzone. Long time listener, first time caller. Loving the Sunday Sledge. Thought I'd give you the best one that I've heard. Playing in Southwest Victoria, we were playing against Leon Davis, and we actually had a player called Liam Davis, and Liam Davis thought he would take it upon himself to get into Leon a little bit and hit him with the "you're a disgrace to the name." Leon just looked at him up and down, a bit puzzled, and he just replied with, "At least you know my name, mate." Very good bit. That would have been 5 years ago now. Still lives rent-free in my head. Yeah. Can't wait to hear some more about it. Thanks, boys.
Let's go.
Reece Williams.
That's good stuff.
He finished off in the text. He said he did have a little bit more emotional language than mate, but he didn't want to put the what was actually said. But the old...
When he said Southwest Victoria, I was like, it has to be yes, no Williams. But it's very good. Because I have seen Neon Leon play in the flesh in local footy. He's playing up at Haywood. My partner's from up that way originally. And I could give him credit. The big fella's still got it. For a bloke as old as him, and he's probably a bit heavier than what he once was, he's still playing some good footy.
Silky smooth.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Liam Davis, you're going to have to take the L on that one, I think, brother.
Thanks for calling in, Reece. That was good.
Yeah, bloody oath. And if you have a Sunday Sledge, send them in or voice memo. There was one more that got sent to me across my desk, and it actually has been, it's probably been the one segment that's really hit off, I think, with a lot of people. So it's been quite good because it's engaging. It gets the listeners to send them in. But I got one from a fella the other day, playing a bit of local footy in the twos. He was lining up for a shot in the boundary, and he goes, this guy from over the fence goes, mate, there is no hope you kick this. You kick this, I'll buy you a Palmer. He proceeds to go back and bang it home and hits him with I'll see you after the game for that Palmer, brother. To this day, he's still chasing that Palmer. So if you're listening and you put that bet on, you owe Paulie Lay a Palmer.
I would have sat there and turned around with like the knife and fork, Sally, like that.
That's not on. You can't put a Palmer on the lawn and then go hide in the crowd. Come on.
Fuck, that's funny.
That's great.
While we're talking about bets too, we'll finish off. It's been a bit of me for a little bit here, but I had a bet. I'm not a big bettor. Haven't had a gambler for a while, but I had a bet on the weekend. Intern. Jamo. One of my good friends is lining up for a set shot. Career high is 6 goals. He's lining up for his 5th. Jordan Clampett. Incredible rig. Check him out. JTC Fit. Very impressive rig on him.
Yeah, he's got muscles on his muscles, that bloke.
Yeah. I was go to one of the kids sitting behind the goals. They're always very entertaining. I bet you a can of Coke that he misses. And the kid goes, yep, deal. Clampett proceeds to miss the goal. I said, I'll catch you for that can of Coke after the game. He goes, no, you owe me the Coke. Young fella, that's not how a bet works. You lose the bet, you get a Coke. But no, I didn't. Unfortunately, didn't get the can of Coke either. Clampett didn't get his 6 goals.
By the sounds of it, you had 46 Carlton drafts to make up for it.
Maybe I should have had a Coke instead of the 70 Carlton drafts I had. That's a wrap on Sunday Sledge. Jamo, you didn't cop any?
No, I didn't cop any sledges, mate. I didn't get near the ball for the whole game or kick a snag, and we won by nearly 100. So I'm pretty happy to sweep that one under the. Pretty happy to sweep that one under the rug. I'll get back to you next week.
I was going to throw in under pressure your position in the Corn Reserves. A goalless game at full forward.
When you win by 100.
When you win by 100, and if I showed you his heat map in turn,
it wouldn't have been.
It wouldn't have left the 50. The ball was in the back pocket at one stage, and we've got Jamo in the goal square.
Yeah, that's not good. Not good.
Yeah,
it's all about the delivery, isn't it, Jamo?
Nah, I'm in career low form. I'm happy to wear that one. It's yeah, I might have to start going to training because it's getting out of hand. Like, I've never been scared for my job in the twos, but I actually am.
No, you'll be right, mate. Swings and roundabouts.
That's it, mate. That's it. It's
the bag's on the it's on the horizon.
My excuse is always like, it's a bit wet and scrappy game. Fucking beautiful day for football on the weekend. I had no complaints. Anyway, next segment. Bit of Garts Guesswork.
Fuck, I have no fucking idea. Garts Guesswork off to a flying start.
We were going to get that.
Yeah, this is a cracking segment.
Rightio, fellas. I've got a few more questions than what I did last week, so we've got rid of the multiple choice. We're narrowing down to the AFL. Lock them in. Righto, boys. So, first question. What 3 teams did Luke Beveridge play for?
Tui. Western Bulldogs, St Kilda and Hawthorn.
Incorrect.
I didn't even know Bevo played footy, to be honest.
Did you say that was correct or incorrect?
Incorrect, my friend. It was Melbourne, the Scray, and the Saints.
So I was one off Hawks instead of D's. Doesn't he get a chance to get it?
Yeah, well, good thing I didn't, because fucking I really made myself a fool of myself.
I thought I would let him off on that one. All right, moving on. Now, if this one doesn't get answered, we're fucking hanging up this segment forever. What was the first number Chris Judd?
Intern. 37.
Incorrect.
Not 3. At West
Ding, 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 ding.
Was it? I thought he had a high number.
It sure was. It sure was. Do I have
only see? I can only remember, like, he wore 5 at Carlton, but like 3 Chris Judd, prime West Coast Eagles.
I was positive that his first year he had a high number, but I was wrong.
You're wrong.
2-0 was going to be hard to come back from.
It's only 1-0.
Oh, 1-0, sorry.
How many questions? How many have I got to get?
We got 6 this week.
Okay.
Worked him out a little bit with added a few more in this week. So, next question. What 3 teams did James Aish play for?
Intern.
Tui. Well, I can't think of my name.
Collingwood, Fremantle, and Brisbane.
Hang on. There we go. We've tied it up 1-1. All right, the quiz is finding a bit of life here. We're finding a bit of life. Okay. This one actually came up a little bit earlier in the program.
Intern Brett Favre.
Completed and passed to himself his first ever.
Well, I'll start again. So Josh Fraser was the caretaker coach for Carlton this weekend, and as first game as coach, they got the win. Who was the last caretaker coach who had a win in their first game coached?
I know who got sacked. Who coached? Can I give you who got sacked in the team?
No, that would not be the answer, but it needs to be they had to have a win in that first game.
Yeah, it was against the Bulldogs. Is it Simon Goodwin's predecessor?
Can you just buzz in before you answer, please?
Tui. Was it Melbourne and Simon Goodwin? Was he the coach that got sacked?
No. Do you want to have a stab into him?
Who's been sacked recently?
It's actually Gold Coast when Stewie Dew got sacked. Stephen King.
I was going to just randomly guess Stephen King but thinking of the Goodwin one.
Why didn't you?
I just didn't.
Yeah.
What's the score? One each?
One each.
One each.
2 to go.
2 to go?
2 to go. What was Tom Rockcliffe's career high disposal?
180 fantasy points. Was that the question?
No, it was not.
Disposals, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was, intern. Do you want to have a crack, mate?
51.
No, incorrect. 48.
What comes through?
I had 2 answers to my question. I went the higher one thinking because Rocky was such a pig. But
I might have to dig up another question if we're going to tie you. All right.
This is the last question, isn't it?
Last question. In 2017, where did Jamie finish in Dream Team overall?
Adam Tui, 45th. Talk about...
He's brought it home.
Talk about loving yourself. That is the most self-indulgent question. There's plenty of Warwick Capper about that.
In the theme of the week.
Do you know why I know it was 45?
No.
They sent out the 46th hat, and then he was 45th, so he complained, and then got him to send out 45. And the other
Didn't send the other one back.
And yeah, he kept the 46 one, so now he's got 2. And the only reason I know it was 45 is because long-time Gordon Reserves player, listener of the program, Stewie Miller, wears the 45, and that's just ingrained.
Yeah, righto. I didn't even know you finished that high. So
2-0 in Gartner's Guesswork.
we need to get a little whiteboard up.
Yeah.
Scribble it up. 2-0. Turn's got a bit of work to do.
You can bring it back, mate. I thought the Chris Jubb was a free one, mate.
No, it should have been, but yeah, under pressure, mate. I crumble under pressure.
Might be you on 3rd down next week.
Yeah. Well, every chance.
Well, what are you looking forward to most about the Wiz on the pod on Wednesday, Jamo?
Mate, I'm just looking forward to having a bit of a yak with him. I would really like to ask him what is his thoughts on the Wizard Watson and the rise of the second Wiz. That would probably be the thing I'm looking.
What about you, Chan?
I'm just keen to hear what the big fella's got to say.
Well, that's plenty to say.
I know it'll be very entertaining. It'll be very self-indulgent, I reckon, and I just reckon it'll be a good time to have on.
If you send us in your questions, your DMs, there'll be a story put up. Put a little star next to it or a wizard wand, so we know you're a listener of the podcast next to your question, and we'll make sure we get it through to the Wiz if we do get any questions in, because Timothy's got to do a lot of talking.
We can only hope.
I'm so keen for it.
Before we wrap up, Jamo, our Cavs, we're through to the conference finals.
Brought it home today. That was big. We absolutely put the Stons, as they're calling themselves. We put them away. They're no good. We're rolling. I'd be worried if I was the Knicks. We're looking good.
I'd be worried if I was anyone. The Thunder are just going to do it again. SJ MVP again. Thunder just too good.
I think he's right, but
yeah.
I don't think we're very good either, Jamo. But
no, I was just enjoying it today.
Not much good. Took us 7 games to beat them and the Raptors. I think we might get game 1 though. in the Gardens.
Okay.
I reckon they haven't played for it's like over a week. The Knicks, so
They'll be fresh.
all rusty.
Our legs are going to be heavy. Jeez, we're going to have some heavy legs. Played some heavy minutes between our starters. So, yeah, it would be good to see a bit more bench production from the Cavs.
Sammy Merrill was on fire today, though.
Oh, he was hooping. He was stiff. He didn't get the winner of the week, actually. God, he lit that up. When the game mattered, he was hitting those threes. We probably don't win without Sam Merrill's performance, I would have thought. Wouldn't have thought.
And I reckon game 5, game 5, it was Max Strus. And that's what the Cavs are going to need. It's going to be those role players to just catch fire. But unfortunately, when we talk about the Turns Thunder, they've got about 10 good players. So
I said it years ago when we were shit and rebuilding. I said the Thunder are going to be one of the best teams to ever do it, and you laughed at me.
Well, it was probably when you had Westbrook and Durant. It's a completely different freaking franchise.
I called our big three SGA, Lou Dort, and...
You have always been an SGA fan.
I can't remember who the other fella was, but I called him a big three, and it was a big call at the time, but...
I remember 18-year-old intern Jamo. He was talking to a girl on one of the dating sites, and she had a big... she had a lot of stuff about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he was like, I'm talking to this chick. And then he said, who's your favourite player? And she said, whoever. And then he said, mine's SGA. And she said, who is that?
And conversation.
Unmatched. How can you be a Thunder fan and not know? It was when he was young, but it was still nearly an all-star, I reckon.
It was. I reckon it was his first year when he really sort of broke out and made a bit of a name for himself.
You can't pretend you're a Thunder fan if you didn't know who SGA was.
That conversation ended pretty quick after that.
He's lucky he's found a good one now, haven't you?
Yeah.
How'd you find
Is that...
I struck out with all the women in Ballarat, so I had to go all the way to fucking Portland to find one. No, just mutual friends.
She's the only one in Portland that know who SGA is.
First question I asked, who's your favourite hooper?
Anyone listening, jump on and give a listen to our interview with Joe Maguire as well. Give that one some love because he was an absolute ripper hosting us there in Columbus at the Ohio State University. So I think it's about a 15-minute video. If you haven't watched that one.
Time to wrap it up then, you reckon?
Stick a fork in it, I reckon. That's us tonight.
See you around like a whistle.
See you around like a whistle.
See you, Rissel.